Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing our CSS series. Okay, and the topic we'll be talking about today is CSS combinators. Alright, so this is a very important aspect of CSS. So let's get started. So what is CSS combinator? A combinator is something that explains the relationship between the selectors. Alright, we talked about selectors, the way we select each element in an HTML document. Okay, talked about selecting an element using class, using ID. Okay, so now we are going to talk about how to use combinators to select elements. All right, so we have four kinds of combinators in CSS, four different types of combinators. Okay, we have descendant selector, child selector, adjacent sibling selector, general sibling selector. So we'll take it one by one and we'll explain it perfectly. Okay, guys, so before we start talking about all the selectors, let me tell you the exact reason why we use selector. Okay, sometimes you might be writing codes and there are lots of codes on your HTML document, okay, and you can't start giving all the elements a particular class name or a unique ID. Okay, because sometimes it does not allow your codes to be well organized or look neater. Okay, so the way we can select elements in the HTML document is by using selectors. Okay, so enough of the talking. Let's get started with the code. So the first one is descendant selector. Okay, let's write a comment here. Descendant comment collectors selectors. I mean, descendant selector. Okay, so the descendant selector matches all elements that are descendants of a specified element. Okay, I know you might not understand what I mean, but let's write code and you understand it perfectly. Okay, so let's create an h1 tag. Yes, okay, let's say descendant selector. You can copy this. Okay, let's paste it here. Okay, so now let's say we have a div tag, and we have two paragraphs in it. Let's say paragraph 1, and let's copy this and paste it below. Okay, let's say paragraph 2. Okay, all right, so we're going to create other paragraphs outside this div tag. Okay, so I can show you what exactly the descendant selector does. Okay, let's say paragraph 3 and 4. Okay, all right, so the way we use descendant selector is by using space. Okay, so let's come to our style sheet, and don't forget to link your style in your documents. Okay, let's come to our style sheet. Let me show you. Say div p. Okay, let me target all the p tags that are descendant of a specified element. Okay, that specified element is the div tag. Okay, so let me show you. Let's say color red. So you see the difference now. Let's go live. Let's start our live server. Okay, guys, so you can see the paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 that are inside of that specified element, which is the div tag, are now color red. Okay, let me show you what I mean. You can see these two paragraphs are now color red. You know, if we were to use style, if we were to use class, we'll start using class name, or we'll say class paragraph. You know, we have to copy this again and put it here. Paragraph. Okay, then we'll go to our style sheets target the paragraph, you know what I'm saying. So it's actually much easier using combinators. Okay, so if you are trying to target all the p tag in a particular div or a specified element, it might not be a div, it might be a section or other things. Okay, so we can use descendant selector, and descendant selector, the way we use descendant selector is we use space. Okay, so we say we use the specified element, then space, everything you want to tag inside a specified element. I believe you understand that perfectly. So let's go to the second one. Second one is child selector. Okay, child selector. Let's read the comment here. Okay, child selector. Each one tag. Okay, child selector. Okay, first of all, let me comment for this. Okay, I'm not using it any longer. Okay, it's child selector. So a child, this child selector, okay, selects all the elements that are children of a specified element. Okay, and the way we use child selector is by using the greater than sign. Okay, instead of the space, just like the descendant selector, this, if in child selector we use greater than sign, and it selects all the elements that are children of a specified element. Okay, so let me show you what that means in code. Okay, let's say for example we have a div tag. Okay, div tag. Let me copy these paragraphs, paragraph 1 and 2. Okay, then let's say inside of this div tag we have a section. Okay, then inside of this section there's another p tag. Let me just make it one p tag, but this p tag will be paragraph 3. Okay, and let's say outside, below this section there's another p tag, paragraph 4. Okay, then let's come here, let's copy this, let's paste it here, this one below the div. Okay, so you can see, all right, so you can see this particular style. You can see this paragraph 1, 2, 3 and 4 is red color. This is because we're still using the descendant selector. Okay, so notice if I change it to child selector, you see the difference. All right, you can see the difference. Paragraph 3 is no more red. I hope you can see it. Let me do it again. Let me undo it. You can see this is the descendant selector. They are all paragraph 1, 2, 3 and 4 are red. Okay, that means all the p tags inside of this div are red. But in case of child selector, only the paragraph 3 is not red. Why? Because this paragraph 3 is not a direct children of this div. Okay, so it is, there's a section inside of this div, so this p tag is a children of this section. Okay, so I hope you understand. So example, you want to target all the p tags inside of the div, but you don't want to target the p tags inside of this section. You use this child selector, and obviously these two last p tags are not going to be red because I'm not even in this div at all. Okay, so I hope you understand that. So let's go to the next one. The next one is adjacent sibling selector. Let me copy this, let me comment this. Adjacent sibling selector. Okay, Alright, so the adjacent sibling selector is used to select an element that is directly after another specified element. Okay, so we don't really use this one frequently, but I will still show you what it means. So, and the way we use adjacent sibling selector is by using the plus sign. Okay, so let me show you an example in code. Let's say I need one tag. Okay, adjacent sibling selector. Let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, then let's say we have a div. Inside of the div, paragraph 1 and 2, let me copy this. Then outside of the div, we have other two paragraphs. Let's say 3 and 4. Okay, then let's copy this again. This everything here. Let's copy this and paste it below. Let's say paragraph 5. Okay, this is another div, paragraph 6. Then paragraph 7 and paragraph 8. Okay, so like I said, the way we use adjacent sibling selector is by using plus. Okay, so when I come here to the style and I use plus, you can see paragraph 3 and 7 are color red. Why? Like I said, adjacent sibling selector select an element that is directly after the specified element. Okay, so like I'm specifying this specified element is the div tag, so the element, the p tag that is directly after this div tag, okay, is the paragraph 3, and the p tag that is directly after this div tag is paragraph 7. Okay, so we're styling both. All right, so there are sometimes these adjacent sibling selector are very useful, but in most cases we don't use them, but it's just something you need to know. Okay, so let's talk about the last one. Let's comment this. The last one is general sibling selector. Okay, general sibling selector. Okay, the general sibling selector selects all elements that are next siblings to a specified element. Okay, and the way we use the general sibling selector is by using this tiled symbol. Okay, the tiled symbol. So let me show you what it means in code. Okay, let's create an h1 tag. Let's copy this general sibling selector. Okay, now let's create a p tag, paragraph 1. Okay, now let's create a div. We'll copy this and paste it here. Okay, let's call this paragraph 2. Then on that div outside, let's call this paragraph 3. Okay, so like I said, we use the tiled symbol. Okay, this is tiled symbol, this particular symbol. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you can see only the paragraph 3 is selected. Okay, so if I put another paragraph here again, okay, paragraph 4, you can see paragraph 4 is also selected. So a general sibling selector selects all the elements that are next to the specified sibling. Okay, so This is specify saving this div. So all the elements that are next to it, all the p tags that are next to it. So if I maybe I put a let's say h1 tag. Let me copy this h1 tag. Okay, h1, maybe several h1 or many codes, all right, in between them. It will still, okay, it will still affect this p tag. Okay, so this any p tags after this particular div will be color red. So that's basically everything about general CSS selector. Okay, so that's everything about our CSS combinator, and I hope you understand fully the four types of CSS combinators. We talked about the descendant selector that uses space. We talked about the child selector. We use the greater than sign to select it. We talked about the adjacent sibling selector. We use the plus sign. And lastly, we talked about general sibling selector. We use the tiled sign. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this kind of video, please subscribe for more content like this and like the video. I'll see you in the next CSS series video.